And we are recording. All right. Well, I'm going to kind of start the party and then everybody else is going to take over. But I just appreciate all of you. Most of you know, well, a lot of you might not know me. My name's Carolyn Russ, and I'm joined tonight by my daughter, Rebekah, and Tobi Akbas and her son, Tobi, who has the deepest voice on this call, and Nancy Rogers, who is an RN, with her daughter, Brittany. And I just want to thank you all for joining us tonight. We're going to share a little bit about Williams syndrome, what that is. Our children are going to share their experiences as individuals with Williams syndrome. And they're also going to share how changing their nutritional status has changed their lives. So Terry, I'm going to let you take over from here.
Great. Thanks. Well, good evening, everyone. As Carolyn said, my name is Tobi Akbas, and I'm here with my son, Tobi.
Hello.
Some of you know us and might be part of our Williams syndrome family, and others are guests invited by someone with Williams syndrome,
Like me.
like Tobi and Rebekah and Brittany, with the hope that you can learn more about this genetic condition and the challenges associated with it. So Williams syndrome is a genetic disorder present at birth, which can affect anyone. Williams syndrome is caused by the spontaneous deletion of approximately 26 to 28 genes on chromosome number 7. It's likely that the elastin gene deletion accounts for many of the physical features of Williams syndrome. Medical and developmental problems, including heart disease and learning disabilities, typically occur, but these issues play side by side with striking abilities that include advanced verbal skills, highly sociable personalities, which you saw as we were getting ready to start this, and an affinity for music. Yeah, Tobi sang before he talked.
Yes, that is true,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Williams syndrome affects 1 in 10,000 people worldwide, and there are approximately 30,000 individuals living with Williams syndrome in the United States right now. Williams syndrome is characterized by having extraordinary gifts and unique challenges. The Williams Syndrome Association is the most comprehensive resource for people and families living with Williams syndrome, as well as doctors, researchers, and educators. By supporting the Williams Syndrome Association, you will create life-changing opportunities for people with Williams syndrome and help accelerate research that could have far broader applications. So if you want to learn more, you can visit www.williams-syndrome.org and get lots of great information about all of the research and just general information about Williams syndrome. And the website also provides details on how you can donate to the organization in the name of someone you know, if you're so inclined. So tonight, as we mentioned, you're going to hear from 3 young adults with Williams syndrome who are very excited to share their stories with you. So first up is Tobi.
Hi, everyone. As my mom said, and some of you may know me as Mr. Tobi Akbas here. So I'm going to start with my story now. Hello, my name is Tobi, and I will be 17 years old next Friday. I was diagnosed with Williams syndrome when I was 2.5 years old. Williams syndrome is something that is going to be with me forever. It does have some challenges that I have to deal with every day. Some school subjects, like math, are hard for me because I have Williams syndrome. I'm a very emotional person, but I'm a regular teen. I look at life as an opportunity to learn new things and be challenged. I work hard to overcome the challenges every day. I think that having Williams syndrome is a blessing, not a curse. I have met so many great people with Williams syndrome, like my 3 friends here at conventions and camp. I feel like I can be myself when I'm with my friends with Williams syndrome. We understand each other and have the same interests. I have always been a very picky eater. I don't like really trying new foods, although I'm starting to be brave and try new things. Now, nobody really likes to talk about food, but we're gonna go there. Lots of people with Williams syndrome have constipation issues. I used to have problems going to the bathroom every day. Sometimes I still experience it. From the time I was a baby until the time I was 16 years old. My parents used to give me Miralax, which is something that helped me every day, so that I could go to the bathroom easier. My parents told me that I need to start eating more fruits and vegetables so that I can be healthier. Like I said earlier, I don't like to try new foods. So I was not happy about this. They learned about Juice Plus at the Williams Syndrome Convention in Columbus 2 years ago. They told me that I had to start eating Juice Plus because it would help me be healthier. I didn't want to try it, but I'm glad that I did. After 4 months of eating Juice Plus, my bathroom issues changed. I don't have to take Miralax anymore, and I don't have to spend a lot of time in the bathroom every day. I also think that I have more energy with William because of Juice Plus. This is very important to me because I have energy. I can do the things I like to do, like work at the firehouse, go to karate, and lift at CrossFit. Now that is my story, and now I will hand it over to my friend Brittany, who will tell her story.
Thank you, Toby. So, Brittany, tell us about Williams syndrome.
Hello, my name is Brittany Rogers. I am 27 years old. I was diagnosed with Williams syndrome when I was 10 months old. What I love about having Williams syndrome is how happy we all are, and how good we are at understanding the emotions of other people and animals. When I am happy, I am really, really happy. And when I am sad, I am really, really sad. I also love spending time with my friends at Williams syndrome camp and conventions. The hard part about having Williams syndrome is how I used to have problems with my heart and blood pressure, a lot of anxieties, trouble paying attention, especially in school, and belly issues. I also used to be what my mom called me a white eater. This means I would only eat foods that are white, like potatoes, ice cream, bananas, mac and cheese, and other things with no color. I was really picky, and I did not know how grumpy this made me feel. Once I started eating Juice Plus, my taste buds changed, and I started wanting more fruits and vegetables. I now like broccoli, mushrooms, and spinach. I also like pineapple, watermelon, and grapes, but not strawberries. Now I can feel more like an adult when I am eating out with my friends and family. I no longer need Miralax. I go to the bathroom regularly. This always had been a big problem for me. Slowly, I was able to get off my blood pressure and Zoloft medicines. I tried to walk 2 miles every day and drink more water. It is hard for me to keep my weight down as I get older, but I am trying. My doctor is so proud of me. I feel more calm and happy. I can focus and have fun. I love being with my friends, riding on steam engine trains, rimming show cattle, and going to fairs. Thank you for listening tonight. Yeah!
Oh gosh, thank you for that story. And the fun part for me, and this is an ad lib, is that I have seen that transformation myself personally in the last 2 or 3 years, and it's totally amazing. And so we are so happy for you to be a part of us, Miss Brittany Rogers.
Good job, Brittany.
I don't mean to interrupt you guys, but my video is gone.
Who said that?
Pam Zika.
Oh,
It says my video is stopped and I don't see you guys anymore.
go down to the bottom of your screen to the left.
Yeah, I'm on a phone.
Oh, there's
Maybe
a
lost service.
yeah, there should be a thing on there that stops video and starts video.
Okay. No, I'm tapping stuff and I can't
We're
see you
recording,
guys.
so we'll keep it going here.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. Okay, Rebekah, it's your turn.
Hi, my name is Rebekah Russ. I am 33 years old. I am happy that we three friends with Williams syndrome who live in different areas of the country can share with you to honor Williams Syndrome Awareness Month. Tonight, I want to share with you why the Williams Syndrome Association is important to me, as well as how important whole food nutrition is for our health. I was born with Williams syndrome. I have had a few of the Williams syndrome medical issues. I have visual spatial difficulty and have worn glasses since I was a baby. Challenges are that it is difficult for me to go downstairs, cross busy streets, and I cannot drive a car. Like many people with Williams syndrome, I have sensitive hearing, but it has improved as I have gotten older. On the days I wish I did not have Williams syndrome, I think about all of my wonderful Williams syndrome friends, the camps and conventions I get to travel to. I love to travel in the support of friends from all over the country. At camps and conventions, I have the opportunity to participate in national research projects in order for others to learn more about Williams syndrome. This is a way for me to give back to the WSA, and it allows us to share our experiences about living with Williams syndrome. The Williams Syndrome Association is a community where everyone understands me and cares about me. Living with Williams syndrome is sometimes hard because I have limitations that my peers do not have. It is not a bad thing, it is just different. My hobbies are listening to music, color, talk to friends on phone, paint, bowl, and talk on Facebook. I am in Action Club, which is part of Kiwanis.
You need to take a sip of water. No? Okay. Okay.
So how many fruits and vegetables did you eat yesterday? And did you know that we are supposed to eat 7 to 13 fresh, raw fruits and vegetables every day? In 2005, my mom, Carolyn, was diagnosed and treated for breast cancer, and it scared me. It was then that she learned about the power of whole food nutrition. Her doctor told her to eat 10 to 13 fresh, raw fruits and vegetables a day and gave her seal of approval to eat Juice Plus during chemo to fill in the gap, because Juice Plus is 30 fruits, veggies, and berries in a capsule or a chew. Our whole family began this health journey together. I wanted my mom to get healthy again, and I want to prevent that from happening to me. I was a picky eater and was glad to have a way to get what I needed. Now I make better food choices like beets and broccoli and salad. My favorite fast food is a taco salad from Wendy's. It is this thing that happens called metabolic programming, and I began liking these foods because it was eating them every day and Juice Plus. One other thing that I really like is our complete protein shakes, because I can make them myself and either have for breakfast or take to work for lunch. The other things I noticed after having been eating Juice Plus for 12 years are now I can think better, my hearing is not as sensitive, and I'm able to be lots more independent. I'm rarely sick and take no medications and feel good. This year, Brittany and I flew to the Williams Syndrome Blue Skies camp in Georgia by ourselves without our moms. After a few years, my SSA suggested I join my mom in the Juice Plus company. It is a place that I can be just me, not Rebekah with a disability. I get to learn a lot about being healthy, travel with my mom and dad to our conferences, have fun, and earn a paycheck. But most of all, I get to help other people get healthy too. Now I'd like to introduce my friend Nancy Rogers. We met Nancy and Brittany 10 years ago at the Williams Syndrome Convention in Anaheim. Nancy is a nurse, anesthetist, and past president of the WSA Board of Directors. Nancy is going to explain why massive amount of produce is so important to those of us with Williams Syndrome, what research says about Juice Plus, and how it directly affects the health issues specific to Williams Syndrome people.
Thank you, Rebekah. That was a great job, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Good job, sis.
Thank you.
And I just want to thank everyone for getting on and supporting our kids. And yeah, you know, I have been involved in healthcare for over 30 years. And I have been a nutritional advocate almost all my life, thanks to my mom and her great influence with that. But what I have seen is this huge transformation in health and wellness of people over these 30 years, and the result of stress and poor nutrition and lifestyle choices has created a whole new set of chronic disease development that essentially is preventable. 80% of chronic disease can be reduced or prevented altogether with proper nutrition, because chronic disease is a result of inflammation in your body. And oxidative stress is another term for inflammation. And when inflammation sets in, it creates an environment that changes at the cellular level and creates bad, unhealthy cells. And as these unhealthy cells multiply in your body, it becomes clogged and rusted, and many, many diseases such as the fibromyalgias, the autoimmune, cancer, you know, hardening of the arteries. These all have a huge nutritional link, which we'll get into in just a little bit. And so the problem with raising a Williams Syndrome child like Brittany and most kids with a disability is she wouldn't eat hardly anything of color. Here I was educating and advocating and seeing all this wonderful science about nutrition and the role it plays in health and wellness, and I couldn't even get her to eat a piece of broccoli. So think how frustrating this is. And so then I even learned those that are born with congenital disabilities are at a disadvantage at birth in their DNA for premature aging. And so they're affected even more by poor nutrition and the inflammation. And when it's specifically Williams syndrome, the elastin gene that you heard about, that deletion, that is in the basement membrane of many tissues in the body, specifically the arteries. And so hardening of the arteries and premature aging of the skin and in the cognition, in the brain, all these areas are affected. And so if they are on a lifestyle of diet and nutrition similar to everyone else, they're going to be affected even more. Okay. So when I got introduced to Juice Plus by Carolyn Russ, you know, at first I didn't even want to hear about it. I didn't want another, you know, thing to invest my time, energy, and money into. But Carolyn persisted because she knew it was the right thing to do. And so I said, well, if they have any research, I'll read it. You know, I was trying to be kind of tough. And And sure enough, she produced all this wonderful research, these studies that had golden standard scientific basis to it, proving that you are what you eat. And even more than that, you can slow the development of inflammatory chronic diseases. So I took all that research and saw that it was quality standard. And one of the first ones that I read that really impacted me was one that was published through the Journal of American Cardiology. And most of you have heard that, on vascular smooth muscle. And basically all it was is they took a group of people to a fast food restaurant, fed them a very unhealthy, high-fat meal, and tested them in their brachial artery, measuring the diameter. And when they ate that fatty meal, it was constricted by 60%. So no wonder why, your heart suffers from a fatty meal and heart attacks happen. The most greatest day for heart attacks is Thanksgiving, if no one knew that. So they gave them Juice Plus for 28 days. There was a group that didn't receive anything, and then a group that received the berries and the fruit and the vegetables, and one that just received the fruit and the vegetables, and came back and had the same meal only 28 days later. And when they tested them, there was a protective effect on those arteries, and that there was a 65% less reduction in the orchard, the fruit and the vegetable brand, and then a 98% protection when you added in the berries. So think about this. Think this for anyone. I knew Brittany had to be on it because she needed that extra cardiovascular protection with already having an issue, and so didn't my whole family. I didn't want to risk them not having that protective effect. So I was like, how does fruits and vegetables do this? And a whole area of research has come up called nutritional genomics, and they study the nutrition in fruits and vegetables and how it affects the different areas in the body. And what it does, it turns up or down the cell's health, basically, and activity. And so if the right antioxidant or nutrient is getting to that cell, it will continue to stay healthy. So even when you have a genetic predisposition for, say, cardiovascular disease, certain cancers, Alzheimer's, diabetes, all these links that come in your genes from familial hereditary, it does not have to express itself if that cell in DNA stays healthy. How does it stay healthy? Nutrition. And it's such a simple concept that many people have trouble. They want a drug that they can take that specifically says, okay, we're going to lower your blood pressure with this drug, and boom, it happens. Well, this is more subtle. You're slowly changing over your cell's health, and by giving it the right nutrition. And it's a very slow process, but it is a complete process of healing your body. So it was quite exciting to me to know that simple fruits and vegetables can improve one's overall health. And another area that I just want to touch on, because so many Williams syndrome families have children with gut issues. The general population has a lot too, but they specifically really struggle with constipation or irritable bowel syndrome. And the scientists and doctors now and nutritionists are recognizing that the gut has its own brain, and it really regulates many things. And this overall gut health is affected by toxins. So your bowel has different areas of absorption. We think about the bowel and elimination, but really it is also absorption. That's how we get our nutrition. We eat it, we digest it, and we absorb it, and then we excrete. And so when that is all off balance, you get sick because the toxins are entering into the bloodstream. And so it's kind of like a gate. When the gate is open, the toxins have free range to go through, whether it's a chemical toxin or, you know, just a pollutant or an inflammatory toxin. The gate's wide open and it just all gets into your system. So to close that gate requires a healthy gut, the proper nutrition. And so they were able to test this and look at biomarkers in the blood for inflammation. And they saw after taking Juice Plus that it was absorbed all through the gut at different levels, and that the biomarkers were improved, or the lab work was improved. And slowly you heal your gut and you poop better. So our kids are very excited that they don't have as much issues with this. So, you know, the message here is really simple. Good nutrition from a wide variety of fruits and vegetables is proven to be an important component of good health. So you might be listening tonight and say to yourself, well, how do I get the right amount and type of fruits and vegetables into my diet and into my family's diet every day? Juice Plus did the work for you. It researched which fruits and vegetables are the most nutritious for you for head to toe coverage. So at the end of the day, I said to myself, what if this helped Brittany live healthier? What if her quality of life improved? It won't hurt, and it might help. And it sure did. She has been sick less and been pooping regularly and sleeping better after about 6 months on Juice Plus. And then her personality blossomed, and she participates in more conversations and humor than I've ever seen. It was a win-win for us. Thank you.
Good job. You didn't very long.
Gosh.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I've walked through this story, and every time I hear it, I am blown away again and again. And so just thank you for that. We're kind of at 30 minutes. We were going to show you a little bit of what Juice Plus products are. Terry, do you have those? Or we're going to.
Yeah, I can show you.
So while she's digging that up, this is so simple. It's like, it's hard to believe how simple it is. So if you've never heard of Juice Plus, you want to know what it is, you can get with the person that invited you, but it's fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule. And she's going to show us what that looks like.
Yeah.
Let me find you.
Where I think if I start talking, you'll see me. Yeah, so basically, like Carolyn said, this is the berry blend, and the capsule, where is it? Capsule looks like this. And the great thing about Juice Plus is that it's not a supplement. It has a nutrition label, just like if you were to go to the store and buy a bag of broccoli or, you know, a bag of carrots, it's a nutrition label. The government looks at this as food. It's just food. There's no contraindications with any medications. It's just fruits and vegetables that have been put into a capsule. What they do is they pick the produce at peak ripeness, and within hours they juice it and then dry it at low temperatures to preserve the enzymes and the nutrients. They take the dried material and kind of pulverize it into a powder.
Wait,
A vegan capsule. What's that, Carolyn?
we lost your volume for a second.
Oh, okay. So it's a vegan capsule, so everything is fruits and vegetables only. And then I think Rebekah mentioned the complete shake. So this is our whole food shake product. So the capsules give you your micronutrition, and then the complete is your macronutrition, which is your fiber and your protein and a little bit of fat. So I know Rebekah likes to make these on her own, and you can, you know, mix them just with some almond milk and make a chocolate you know, just like a chocolate milk, or you can do smoothies with, you know, throw some spinach in there and some bananas and kind of make it a meal replacement. And then lastly, I guess I'll just show you the omegas. This is our new product, which is a plant-based omega blend. So rather than fish oil, which everybody's familiar with, so the Juice Plus company decided to go right to the source of the omegas. So normally the fish oil would be your source of omega, but where does the fish get it from? They get it from the algae. So this is an algal oil along with sea buckthorn, pomegranate seed, raspberry seed, and tomato seed. So it's completely plant-based, and you know, the omegas are so good for brain health and cardiovascular and skin health. So we've got a great family of products that kind of, you know, give you everything you need.
Go Juice Plus.
Okay, so the other thing is that we forgot to mention is that we have this great program called the Healthy Family Starts. And for those of you that have been around for a while, it used to be called the Children's Health Study. But this is what I love sharing with the Williams syndrome families, is because if an adult takes Juice Plus, a child can get it free for up to 4 years, and that's age 4 through 18 or 19, and if they're in college, full-time college students. So it's a win-win. I think the company really wants to affect entire families' health. And for little kids, we've got Chews, and the gummies taste really good, and we always have a bag of those around just because we like to eat them. So I just want to thank all of you. I want to honor your time. Everybody just did a great job. I love it when Nancy explains the health aspects and the science. Nancy, you always inspire me with your knowledge. Thank you so much. For me, it's just really simple. It's fruits and vegetables. No one eats enough. And we have it in capsules, chews, and shakes, you know. And it works in kids who are tube fed, which is awesome. And we have a number of kids who are tube fed and just experience great health benefit as a result. So I like learning. If you guys like learning more, we do calls like this on Tuesday nights. We invite you to join us. Tobi, Brittany, Rebekah, you did an amazing job. Your stories were inspiring to me, even though I knew them. Every time I hear it, I'm inspired. So I just appreciate that Terry and Nancy joined me in this mission a while back, and we get to play together, and that's fun. But our heart, of course, is with these people with Williams syndrome, and we know that we can positively impact their quality of life. So everybody's different. We'd be happy to talk to anybody individually. Please reach out to whoever invited you if you would like to learn more. And then finally, a huge thank you to the Williams Syndrome Association for everything that you do. Not that they're on this call, but Terry will probably watch it. She's our director of the association, because this association is such an important part of our lives, and it supports our families. It wasn't there when Rebekah and I started this journey 33 years ago. There was no internet. There was no way to know anything. So we're in a great place. And May is Williams Syndrome Awareness Month. So we feel very privileged that we got to close out the month for Williams Syndrome Awareness. If you would like to, it is recorded. If somebody that you know wants to hear it, we're happy to send it to them. Just send us a private message. And if anybody wants to donate to the Williams Syndrome Association, you may do so through williams-syndrome.org, or you could just Google it. Or if you think you might want to try Juice Plus, Terry, Nancy, or I can help with that. And we will be donating a portion of our retail sales profit to the Williams Syndrome Association this month. So we'll have a table at the 2018 convention. If you are coming, please stop by and see us. And also, we're going to do some roundtable discussion. So I am going to turn off the recording. Oops, wait a minute. I am. But I got to get in the place where I can do that.